Crawling through the brush, mud on my lens. Billy suit draped, I blend like the fence. Boost past close, they don't know I'm there. Counting every move with a sniper stare. Bush to bush, I drift, I slide. One eye open, keep my pulse inside. See the troop line, see the truck roll by. Mark that route, let my team know why. One blink, I'm gone. One trace, I'm off. I don't make the noise, I make the call. Bush wookie, bush wookie. Right there and you don't see me. Bush wookie, bush wookie. Spot 'em, and my squad get free. Bush wookie, bush wookie. Enemy line in my side. Bush wookie, bush wookie. I keep my team in the fight. Chopper overhead, I tag the flight. Vehicle trail lit up in my sight. Enemy creeping through the tree road gap. I paint that lane, now they run the trap. Pay for the eyes, pay for the fine. Break their plan, I change the time. Never seen, but I'm everywhere. On the map like a ghost in the air. Low in the leaves, cold in the dirt. Say the word once, watch them get hurt. Bush wookie, bush wookie. Right there and you don't see me. Bush wookie, bush wookie. Spot 'em, and my squad get free. Bush wookie, bush wookie. Enemy line in my side. Bush wookie, bush wookie. I keep my team in the fight. I don't rush, I don't brag. I just lay back, read the flag. Hear that engine, see that glow, glow. That's the kind of heat I know. Stay still, stay deep. Let the whole map sleep. Then I whisper the code, and it's on. My intel hits and they all gone. Bush wookie, bush wookie. Right there and you don't see me. Bush wookie, bush wookie. Spot 'em, and my squad get free. Bush wookie, bush wookie. Enemy line in my side. Bush wookie, bush wookie. I keep my team in the fight. Just five we build, castles out here, brick by brick. Calling the craze, let it stack. Watch that skyline get thick. Walls on walls going up, every lane got a fresh new crown. If you hear that rotor come close, better know we take it down. Supply drop hit, we don't wait. Lay it down, then we elevate. Line by line, we lock that gate. Push gets made when we build this place. You're on my team. Rim the tanks, load the troops, make that push right through the CZ. Every difference got paid in full, every wall got bread from me. Gun nest here, bunker there, sim on steel, let it rise. They try to test what we made, hit that tower, miss the prize. Supply drop hit, we don't wait. Lay it down and we elevate. Line by line, we lock that gate. Push gets made when we build this place. Castle up, we build it to the sky. Castle up, if your chopper flies, it dies. Roll that AA wall to wall, now the whole map's locked in. Castle up, unless you're on my team. Blue team moving, red team folding. Frontline shining, hoes on holding. One more crate and the roof goes higher. One more push and the field's on fire. Castle up, we build it to the sky. Castle up, if your chopper flies, it dies. Throw that AA wall to wall, now the whole map's locked in. Castle up, unless you're on my team.
All right, guys, what's going on? Whew. Goodness. It's been a weekend. It's been a weekend. So today we get to go through and go through some footage. Get all that stuff rocking and rolling here. We're gonna do this for a few hours. Not a super long stream this morning. Just probably mess around with this for a couple hours or so, and then we'll see where we get from here. How about that? We'll see where we get from here. Well, let's see what we got. Hey, Walkie, what are you up to this morning? Let's see. I think we clipped something too. I wanted to see what that was. Oh, it was this one. Yeah, let's see this.
This mode is intended for...
Oh, I took a round right to the engine. I tried to run him over, and it didn't kill me. It damaged the truck, but I'm still rolling. Oh, I don't think it went back far enough. Let's see, clip creator. Your clip. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. RPG directly to the front of the Humvee, and it is still cruising 113 kilometers per hour. Get wrecked, nerds.
Take back that road.
Yeah, that one's nothing. You know. I love the feedback for the enemy. They're dead in the wall saying, "You're lucky this fucking wall's here." I'm like, that's right. I built with no leaks, bitches. Yeah, it clips way after the fact. It's like you don't get to go back. I was hoping that the clip stuff would actually go back a little further. You know what I mean? This one. I'm driving through. I'm going to see if I can make some noise and distract. Oh, this watch is... me be a distraction. That's good. Hey guys! There you go.
That was so good.
It was a distraction. Big Twitch, clip that.
I like that one. Perfect. That's good. I guess I can edit up here, can't I? So this would be the beginning. That was the aftermath. Perfect. I'm driving through. I'm going to see if I can make some noise and distract them. Watch me be a distraction. Hey guys!
That
That's
was
pretty
so
good.
It was a distraction. Big Twitch, clip that.
Perfect. I'm driving through. I'm gonna see if I can make some noise. All right. See what else we got here, clip wise. I like that. That's a good one. That one, eh. That one, eh. Good.
This. I hate that I get deducted $1,000 because someone I dropped off shot another guy in the back. How's that my fault?
Man, I can't believe you brought that a-hole in there.
I know.
I can't believe it.
Am I supposed to start vetting the people I
Yeah.
pick up? Like, hey, you
Sorry,
how many team kills you got? Okay, that's your
yeah.
ticket. Get in the chopper. Like,
Do you have your pre-flight pass, please? Can I see your ID?
Pre-flight security checklist.
That one. It's the same one.
The hill right up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want. Hey guys!
That's just a longer version up there. I think this one I got blown up too.
Just to cover Tower 4, and we can draw the hot zone over here.
I tried to get a little too fancy with you.
Clip that.
We want to set down an artillery base at the church above Tower 4, just to cover Tower 4, and we can draw the hot zone over here.
I tried to get a little too fancy with you.
Clip that.
Good old cowboy. Thanks, man. Like, I went down and their blue like took my whole kit. I was like, that's great. That was it. Yeah, when you bring in supplies, if you want, you can just tap G when you get low like that. You don't even have to land. You can just like touch up. Appreciate it. I don't know. Weird one. Okay. 4 on us, 3 blocks. We'll just mute that. I get so mad. God, dude, I was gonna say GG. I didn't know it was like that. Damn.
Must be real personal.
Yeah.
Like lifelong family owned.
Oh, you little
business.
faggot.
Mhm. It's not fair. Cry the tears. It's all good.
Oh my god, dude.
Mm-mm-mm. I'm driving through. I'm gonna see. All right. Anything else? Let's see what this.
Fucking reverses over the next person. Oh, sorry about that.
What?
Oh my god, sorry, I was checking the map. Fucking reverses over the next person. Oh, sorry about that. Spirits in my life. Oh, sorry about that.
Sorry, you're dead too.
Feel bad.
All I hear is oops, I did it again.
Murdered your husband. Drove over his legs. Oh my god! Oh my god! I hit the bird!
You hit the bird with the fucking arty?
Twitch clip.
Oh wow.
Holy shit! We did it!
I rolled the tank.
We did it! You can clip them. Oh, that
You know,
seems physically realistic.
yeah, at 60 miles an hour, you know, just roll that tank, no problem.
I'm sorry, I
Thanks
tried
for the
my
rain,
best.
Cowboy.
I tried.
Holy shit! We did it!
I rolled the tank.
We did it! You can clip them. Oh,
I think
physically realistic.
yeah, at 60 miles an hour, you know, just roll that tank.
I
I
think
think
there
there won't be a shadow drop, but I think there might be a test play for the test play, and you might find out. This is just my prediction. I have no inside information. Let me make that perfectly clear. Nor am I breaking any NDAs.
Yeah,
but there's supposed to be an announcement on the 3rd, and from what I've heard, you want to make sure your evening's clear. So
We did it.
we'll
They
see.
rolled the tank. We did it. You can clip them.
1 p.m. at the FPS game show, I believe, is we'll find out more.
Just roll that tank, no problem.
I'm sorry, I
Thanks
tried
for the
my
rain,
best.
Cowboy.
I tried.
Holy shit.
There.
It's been, I waited that long to get one passenger, so I muted up and I gave him the full 5. I go. You want any snack?
Water bottle.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. I had an iPad in the.
Chat, this is harder than it looks. And it looks pretty hard.
All out of rounds.
Oh wow, really already? God damn it.
Chat, this is hard.
Oh really? I didn't realize I was shooting unstabilized the whole time earlier.
You can hop in over here, bro.
Which kind of makes that shot even more impressive.
No, you're
Oh
good.
my god, I
You
didn't
good.
realize
I
you
was looking
stabilized this thing. Are you serious?
No, you're good.
I didn't realize. Oh my god! Oh my god! I hit the.
Just trying to go back through some of these, and we'll get to the main video. Cool.
Hey, soldier, you want to make a quick 14K? 14K, brother? How do I make that? You buy yourself a bomb, you strap it to your chest, and then I'm going to drop you.
Yeah,
on
that's
the
old
field,
stuff
you run
there.
up and
All right.
blow up a narc.
Yeah, where was it? I saw this is Joe Brammer, who's the CEO, Bulkhead. He's like, people were asking here, is Joe, I need to know, I'm taking a few days off work for release. Do I keep the days off for the 10th or do I move them up for the game show on 9/3? He's like, both. Let's say there's another one I saw. Here it is. Okay, hear me out. Wardogs sets the release date for the 10th, but announces FPS game show for the 3rd, and now says have a major announcement for Wardogs at the show. I'm calling now. Brent Flakes, hang this on the wall when I'm right. Wardogs is preparing to shadow drop Wardogs in the 3rd just to bring wow factor and surprise people. Brammer says, not quite, but I drop your responsibilities for that night for sure. So I think there's some inside information. I mean, hopefully you wouldn't say, hey, drop your responsibilities just to watch their, FPS game show. But who knows? But who knows? Who knows? We'll see what happens. Anyways. So let's see here. Let's get some stuff imported on the table. Let's see where we're at. Boop, 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 boop. I haven't gone back and looked at anything, obviously, because you know it's up pretty late. The screen. Hey, look, it's working. Over here. So let's grab all of this, which is a lot. Import materials. So we have 16 hours, 48 minutes, 16 hours, 22 minutes, and 11 hours for the final day. That's a lot of video. That's a lot of video. That's a lot of video. For a grand total of just in video, we have almost 45 hours worth of video. Goodness. Shall we begin? Oh, this is where I have an USB issue. We can get through that. I'm still nub. This.
I would say don't burn I would
Yep.
say don't burn yourself off, but I know how built different you are when it comes to marathoning ecos, so it's like
Yeah, it just depends on what I'm doing.
To be fair, I thought like I mean it's just the same thing with me. It's like
I love when Cowboy gets phrasing wrong. Not to burn yourself off. What?
There's 7 hours after this bullshit went down. So I had a 3 in the morning go to the airport, a 3-hour flight.
Point first team to 100 wins. Inside of the gray zone, there is going to be a yellow hot zone.
A lot of explaining to begin with, of course.
lucky charm right there.
Yeah, I've sold all that stuff a long time ago. I don't have any cartridges anymore.
This is like the video game equivalent of freaking
Man, Tool
It
Universe
was like
just tanked.
it felt like they wanted it to be an automation game, and then they made the automation prohibitively expensive. So every time I click on Cowboy Stream, it's like, well, it's faster for me. There you go.
On the
I have-
top.
Fortnite.
no, they
Like,
they
is that
did
like Connect Fortnite?
Chess where you can turn into Sonic and spin,
Brother,
and there's actual sections of the
you
map
can just,
that are
you
Sonic.
can just buy a Sonic skin now. There's a Sora skin in that shit now. You can
Gnarly,
get a
it's a
keyblade.
joystick, and you have like for your right hand, you have like a throttle that you can move.
I just didn't know
with
what
buttons.
abbreviation for, whether acronym or whatever it's called.
I have no idea.
I guess I can Google it. I was just hoping someone out there had been like, well, streamer, it's helicopter operating.
Obviously, anybody would tell you that that is obvious.
Holy shit.
Hang on, I'm still Googling. Hands on throttle and stick abbreviation. I can't believe you did that.
Oh, you listen here, dude. Okay. I don't have to think an AI just does it.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, this community train's doing some works.
What is happening right now?
Holy crap.
I even saw a cowboy.
There it is. Oh,
I saw something. I didn't say nothing to him, but I saw
Remember,
something.
chat,
I know, I
every
did get
gifted sub, we move up one
Just kidding.
slot in queue, so I'm going to need at least 45,000 subs.
Yeah, every gift sub gets us 1 point.
Oh my god. You guys doing J hooks like off the jump, so these guys have played a little bit in previous testing. Oh, this is where I die right off the jump. Watch this. Watch me hit this crane and die. This crane.
Literally just gonna pay my
There you go.
400.
Yep. Seen all that. Here we go.
Exit vehicle.
Are you on wet? All that is initial banter, so we can trim all that down to here. Perfect. Nice.
I got this right here too.
Oh.
Oh, shit, I'm in.
I was wondering
Oh.
about that.
Oh, mine popped up. Can I deploy?
God damn it,
Cowboys
so you
been in
need
for
a
15 minutes
physical
now?
copy of Earthbound to get in?
I think it, dude, Earthbound saved the day.
Now I'm wondering if I should restart.
I went from
Damn it.
50,000 to just like I can not see any
I've restarted
servers
twice
though.
and it didn't do it.
Let's see.
I think it's just you get.
Are we
you
playing
gotta
on
get
East or
lucky and your
West?
login gets processed before you before it errors out.
Okay, here's another thing. If
Alright,
you
I'm
don't
in-
see
I'm in
any
the server
servers,
queue for Cletus.
if you don't see any servers, make sure that you are only looking at one region like they said, because otherwise it just blanks them all. So you just gotta unclick those other regions. And then it'll bring up your field. There's a region button at the bottom of the menu. Yeah, so when I get
I got this right here too. Oh shit, I'm in.
I was wondering
Oh.
about that.
Oh, mine popped up. Can I deploy?
God damn it,
Cowboys
so you
been in
need
for
a
15 minutes
physical
now?
copy of Earthbound to get in?
I think it, dude, Earthbound saved the day.
Okay, so put a marker there.
Now I'm wondering if I should restart.
Oh, I'm in. I got in at 90 and 100.
Let's see, chat. Let's see. How do I change view?
I'm going blue.
Let's see what happens if I'm in a game and I try to join Bodus. I know it'll put me in a queue, but I'm still.
Changing stream title to I'm in live gameplay. All right. What team are you on, Bodus?
Blue.
Oh,
What server is it? Which
Hey,
server is it?
Nixie, what's up?
30.
It's server number 30?
Yes.
Punch the control stick.
Because I see 1 through 10.
NA East.
I
30.
do not know how to do this.
Are,
F is exit vehicle.
are you on West or East later?
East.
Oh my god. I'm going to go from 29 ping to 120 to
You
play
gotta
with
take off.
guys.
You gotta take off West if you do that.
Bodus,
I know, I'm
how
just
do you
saying.
start the helicopter? I feel like a
Just
fool
start
with
trying to
this.
lift off.
Where are we done? It's fine. Yeah, I'm on one. No.
The VoIP? Is mine working?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you in game.
Sweet. Anybody play the alpha?
You're not talking to us in game.
No, I'm talking to the whole team here.
It
Yes.
doesn't work.
Yeah, I can hear you. We're in, boy.
You don't
I'm
hear
literally
you
in
don't,
your game with you.
you
I
don't
don't
hear
hear
any
you.
of these guys talking to us in here?
No.
Oh,
Well,
then
there's
it's
something
me
wrong.
then.
Yeah, there's something wrong
It's
with
all
all
of
this
us.
stuff. I'm talking to all of them in there, so
Hmm.
obviously they can hear us.
Well, I have 40. Let's see. What's this say on the timeline here? 43, 44 hours of video. So we're going to do a little bit for a few hours, and I got testing to do, and then we're going to be back at it.
I'm in here with you guys
Holy
anyway,
shit,
so
finally.
not too worried.
Man, I bet you it's probably fun playing that game, huh? Not being in queue.
Modus, where you at?
I'm in my chopper.
Which one is that? Oh, there.
Man, I bet you it's probably fun playing that game, huh?
I gotta mark that too. West, if you do that.
Bonus. And just move the claw around.
Dude,
I'm
that
at
would be
12K.
sick.
Cletus. Once everybody could get through.
Let's see, chat. Let's see.
I'm going back to Cletus.
Of the 28.
I'm going to 30. 30 only has 30 people in it.
All
I'm
right,
just gonna try
I'll
it.
get out of this and I'll join yours. It's gonna be hard.
Oh, I'm in. I got in at 90 and 100.
Let's see. Let's see. How do I change view?
I'm going blue.
Let's see what happens if I'm in a game and I try to join Bodus. I know it'll put me in a queue, but I'm still.
Changing stream title to I'm in live gameplay. All right. What team are you on?
I wonder
Modus?
when you're gonna be able to do the.
Oh,
What server is it? Which server is it?
I got in at 90 and 100.
Let's see.
Man, I bet you it's probably fun playing that game, huh? Not being in queue.
Gnarly.
Cranks.
Modus, where you at?
I'm in my chopper.
Which one is that? Oh, there you are. That's what we call a new player. Now, if you have VoIP, and if
Hell
your
yeah,
VoIP
brother.
works, go ahead and shit talk them.
I'll see you boys later. The other chopper crashed too.
Yeah, get that free money, boys. Get that XP.
Hell yeah. That's 25 grand or 25.
How do you revive? How do you revive?
Go over them, revive, and you'll rub your hands
Oh,
together if you
got it.
don't have
I
a
got
kit.
it.
You got a kit? You got one of the revive things? You can use
Oh,
that
I do
instead.
have a kit.
You can use that instead if you want.
Oh, somebody's teabagging him right now.
5 things you can use.
Oh, I
that
do
instead.
have a kit.
Get that free money, boys. Get that XP.
Hell yeah. That's 25 grand or 25.
How do you revive?
You boys later. The other chopper crashed too.
Yeah, get that free money, boys. Get that XP.
Hell yeah. That's 25 grand or 25.
How do you revive? How do you revive?
Go over them, revive, and you'll rub your hands
Oh,
together if you
got
don't
it.
have
I
a
got
kit.
it.
You got a kit? You got one of the revive things? You can use
Oh,
that
I do
instead.
have a kit.
You can use that instead if you want.
Oh, somebody's teabagging him right now.
Perfect. That just finding little snippets for the beginning.
Gamer talk. Yeah. Somebody's teabagging him.
Failed to, oh, that's what it says. Failed to connect to communication servers.
I don't know what to tell you on that one.
That's so
Marking
it's auto
supply
trying to
drop.
do it during the match, though.
All right, hang on. Let's keep working down. I'll come back there and do that. Keep going down the line.
Alright, you guys want supplies?
Yep, I got a
Goes
marker
down.
for him.
I'd like it
The crunch of like every time you hear a guy get hit with a hammer is hilarious to me. It's just like that. You may have teabagged a few people too, Smoke. Yeah, I could see that happening. I could see that. I was too focused on trying to push forward and get certain things done, but
I wish.
Supposedly, again, at the FPS game show they're doing, there's supposed to be a big announcement. So be prepared for that on the 3rd. So we'll see how that plays out. So we might all be playing or doing something sooner than we think. You know? Be crazy if they did a open beta or something like that forever, you know, before the official launch. That'd be crazy. See what happens.
VoIP works so I can yell at this guy to not run in front of my damn
What is
hammer.
this fucking chopper doing? He's just flying at me.
Yeah, they'll
Motherfucker.
barely pass each other. I want to just clip all of Bodis's rage moments about choppers.
Alright, you guys want supplies?
Yep, I gotta mark that too. If I could also get every
Or you
time
start
someone's
building up
killed by a
these and
hammer
stuff
by
each
me
other.
or somebody else would
Got
also
a
be
row
great.
going for you guys, big time.
All right, put a new one up here for me.
All right, hang on. Let's keep working down. I'll come back there and do that. Keep going down the line.
Alright, you guys want supplies?
Yep, I got a
Goes
marker
down.
for him.
I'd like it if I wish VoIP works so I can yell at this guy to not run in front of my damn
What
hammer.
is this fucking chopper doing?
Your whole group's
He's just
thinking for.
flying
Oh
at
yeah, it's
me.
gonna be good. Yeah, they'll
Motherfucker.
barely pass each other. You should see some of the
Jesus
video I got.
Christ.
It's crazy.
People, if
Well,
you have VoIP,
don't
tell
forget to
people
put your
not run in
pack
front of the hammer.
gamer
We'll
tags
give you a ton
on
of money for that.
for our community, Nixie.
1,800 lost if that happens.
Yeah. That sucks. I know. So wait, I want to see the calculation of hammer deaths.
I'm already up.
I'm actually gonna
boys.
put that on X. I want to have Joe see if he or somebody.
back.
Rewarded.
32,000 in queue.
Motherfucker.
Son of a biscuit.
Did it
Swear to
kick
God
you
the
back
runs
out again, Gnarly, or what?
Yeah, it did it 3 times. So then I was like, I'm just going to try to verify files, see if it's anything. And I'm just going to wait this last time and see what happens.
Somebody just hit me in the back of the head.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
It's not me. I'm being careful.
Contact. Shared hostiles location.
You guys got a lot of guys building walls. I'm gonna get up on the tower and recon just so you guys don't get jumped.
Okay. Sounds like a plan, my man. Uh-oh.
Which I think is happening.
Well, spot them out so we know where the fuck they
Dude,
are.
I swear that
Northwest.
guy is here. I swear to God, it's the guy with the. This is how you quickly rebuy shit, guys. I swear to God, he's sitting next to me
Well,
right now.
there's a million
I
of
hear
those
him.
guys, so.
I hear
Is he
him.
like a famous YouTuber or something?
No, everybody
No, he's
says
just
that.
doing this all through the closed out.
Come on, guys, hurry up. You just buy it.
Buy point. Like, guys, there's a rebuy button. It lets you
Yeah, get that free money, boys. Get that XP.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and pull this clip out so I can use it right now.
Alright, you guys want supplies?
Oh my. Slice right there. This scream is so good too. It's mm. Just hide that. I just want to export this a little bit here. Thing. Because I think it's trying to export like all this dead air video ahead of time, so we gotta go all the way to the beginning. Funny clip. I'm not trying to render and export 80 million hours video here. Let's see if it does it right. No, it's gonna do it because it's all muted. All right, let me see. I'll have to move it to a different project or something. Yes. There's no way to just export that clip. There it is. Export selected clips. I don't want to do the whole thing. Not trying to export 47 hours of video or whatever. Hammered. Yeah, 10 meg. That's all it should be. Shouldn't be everything. What's the tags? How, where, what, who, huh?
Alright, you guys want
Incompatible video codecs. What? MP4. Why would it be incompatible? Must be an SRT format. See if it gives me more options here for it. Resolution? Make is AV1. But that's it. It's an AV1. So it's like, meh. Well, that's kind of cool. You can export GIFs. And we're going to say we're.
Are you guys want supplies?
Perfect. Post. There we go. Oh, what's tags? How? Where? What? Tags? What? No, I was just saying with tags that, you know, it's like on my Discord and stuff like that. We're the pack. So I put my pack tags on. So everybody knew they were part of the pack. You know, works well with Wardogs too, right? Pack Wardogs. At least that was my thought process. So I'm trying to make sure also my son is hitting his classes properly. What's up, Diggy Dick? You get in the chair. Go ahead. Up. Go ahead. Please.
Hello.
Hello. How we doing? What you up to?
Sorry, talking to Tyler.
Yeah.
Nothing. We've just been watching everything. I'm talking about Wardogs and stuff. We had such a good.
Oh, did you? Yeah, it was really fun. It's a good time.
I tried to join your guys.
It was hard because I had so many other content creators, and it was just like trying to group everybody was already stressful. It's like I wanted to play with you guys, and I'm like, I want all my peoples here, but I just knew it wasn't going to happen like that.
Well, we got in a few times, but by golly, like the servers, I have my own like hunch about things. But
Mhm.
the servers that like you guys were on, it was it was like just shit. So I
What was wrong with them? Just people or what?
I feel like it was just such a coincidence. Team, whatever faction you guys chose,
Mm-hmm.
was just like hard targeted, and it didn't matter what faction.
Oh, well,
So
of course.
right.
I mean, when you put yourself on display, that's gonna happen.
Right.
100%. Plus,
even my son.
You have all the community members, like from Tangents and stuff, and all the bigger creators. They're all trying to shove in there. So sometimes we even got locked out of the sides we were trying to be on. I had that happen when I tried to join Burke. Right? I tried to join Burke a couple times in his games the second night late, and he was, oh yeah, hop in, and I'm like, I can't get in, man. He's like, I'll just play on the other side. I'm like, are you sure? And I'm sitting there sniping like some of his moderators and stuff, and I'm like, I'm feeling bad because I'm like, I don't really want to kill you guys the whole time. I mean, but you're right there. So
we played on like, it was so funny because there was time, I think you were the gunner on the tank. Otis was you were.
Yeah.
And so I didn't actually go through with buying the game Saturday evening.
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna continue to watch everything and get it on, make my decision, and ultimately purchase it on launch. But I spent Friday, from the time they opened the servers, like I was sitting here watching Botus, and I watched the whole tragedy because he miscalculated the daylight savings.
Yeah.
But I watched you guys play all day Friday, and then my husband and oldest son picked it up. I had four streams going all at once. I was watching your stream, I had Botus,
Yeah.
my son, husband, and I'm like, my gosh, like this just looks fun. Like,
it is.
I'm done. So I did. I bought it, and we played super late. We played until 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Basically Sunday morning until 2 a.m. and then we woke back up and we immediately jumped back in. But there was one time while you were gunning and Botus was driving the tank, and I watched you guys try to provide some cover. It was both my sons and my nephew, and Botus was trying to turn the tank to cover them so they could drag bodies behind the fence line and revive people.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was shortly after that you guys got up to that house that you'd blown up pretty good, but it wound up taking out the tank, crawled out the window into Walkie's Humvee.
Yeah, I made my escape. Botus was like, he thought we were all dead. Botus was just like, he's like, oh, let's make it. Oh, I guess I'll just respond. I'm like, I'm still going. I made it out. It's like, I jumped right in that window. I knew exactly where I wanted to get the hell away from there. It was like, then Walkie pulled up, and that worked out perfectly. That was a good escape plan.
Oh. So my oldest son, I'm sure he revived you. He was actually at the fob with you quite a bit.
Oh, cool.
And he likes playing medic. He likes playing combat.
Medic's good. That's what there at the last days when I was actually pushing the hot zone. I was like, that's what I was trying to get some people to do, because I love building. You know me. I like to build stuff.
Yes.
But I want to get out of the base sometimes, and they just got to the point where it's like, Matachi, just build me this, and oh no, the base isn't going well because you're not here. And I'm like, well, I want to play some other roles too. I mean, I don't just want to be base mom the whole time. This game's got a lot of dynamics, a lot of cool stuff you can do in it.
Well, I tried out a few things.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not gonna do build. Like, I can't do that away. And so that was kind of one of the last I tried.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't die that whole match. This is amazing.
No, good.
But
When the mortars
No, I
start, that
watched you
dynamic
build.
changes a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but I watched you build up football.
Oh yeah. Everybody
Oh
hated
my
on the
gosh.
football field too. Like I had, like the guys were fine with it, but everybody hated on me for the football. I'm like, I even told them I've never built here, but to be able to build unrestricted because it's an open area almost as big as what the fob is. I'm like, I just want to try it. And they were like, oh, you're just going to get pwned. I can't believe it. And I'm like, well, you know what? It was still fun as hell. And I think we did fine. It was good.
It was so much. Well, so that's what did it. That's what cinched. I watched build and just the different methods, different elements that you were putting in place. And I'm like, yeah, I want to build. And so I watched you for a while, absorbing your building, the stuff about building efficient fob and stuff.
Right. Well, and I don't get that because I've been in the closed testing, you know, for a while too.
Yeah.
And I've told people, you know, I'm not going to argue with them on how to build. There's no point in doing that because people could just, you know, get mad, say screw you, and screw up the build. And we saw that happen in several fobs to people. And I want other people to have the experience and learn and do it and all that stuff. But if you're going to build and we're going to conflict about how to do it, and you're going to tell me, oh, like I was like, so why don't you want to build too high? Oh, it's just asinine to build that high. I'm like, all right, I'll just go build it. I'm like, every time they come over the walls, they can get over the walls on too high many times if it's just a little crack here or there. So don't tell me it's asinine to build too high when all I got to do is pull a Humvee or a pickup truck to your wall, jump on the hood, and I'm over your walls. You know, like, come on. So it's silly. I never get to do the complete build though, because we don't have enough builders that are used to the game. Really what you need is like 4 builders when you build a fob. And then my best thing to do in closed, which I can't show you still because it's under NDA, I've never been able to build the complete fob the way I want it, is you have 4 builders. One guy works on perimeter on one side, one guy works on perimeter the other side, and then you have random people there if you're not under fight, like smack it like these guys were in the little clip I did where they beat each other to death with a hammer on accident. And then you have, the next guy setting up mortars and air defenses then, because we know where we're going to place them. Once you know where the edge of the wall is, the best place to place them is always against the wall. And people are like, well, you can't mortar. You'd be surprised how low you can shoot before you hit the wall with a mortar.
Yeah.
You can shoot pretty low, and you don't want them bunched up because then when they mortar back, they just pop all of them. You want them like put them in the 4 corners. Same thing again, like with the AA. I push them way out to the sides. The only thing that needs to be at the high elevation is the C-Wiz, so you can actually use that minigun, which I still think is hilarious. There is forum threads miles long in the testing about how much they want to nerf that. They hate it. They want to nerf it. It is not an auto kill. I dump so many rounds on people, and yes, you can kill a lot of shit with it, but it's still hit or miss. Good pilots can avoid it, and people just cry about it. Pilots cry about it so much, it drives me crazy. There's, oh, you should nerf it so I can't shoot more than like 400 meters out. I'm like, you're insane. You got 10 aircraft coming in. You want it as a deterrent. The bullets spread out so much after like a few hundred meters. It is not just one and done. If you're a dumbass flying right over it, sure, you're going to die. But you should. You should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to talk about things that, weapon. Personally, I don't. There's a lot that be really adjusted. It's not like everybody got to unlock everything to enjoy, but
oh yeah,
so everybody's just basing their opinions off of.
Yeah, there's equipment that's not in the game yet. They pulled the AA mobile AA out of the closed testing too because they're still working on it. So there's still vehicles and some stuff that it's not even ready for this. But yeah, the mobile AA is pretty dope.
Did you well, the SMG I heard a lot of it needs to be adjusted.
Why? Because it's too powerful?
I guess it too much accuracy at range. Like
It
like a
is
far range.
very accurate at, like, I'd say anything under 100 meters, it's pretty accurate. But I have to spend to make my SMG that way. I literally am spending about $4,000 to do it. I mean, you're pitting every single mod on it possible, and it dumps a lot of bullets. Now, there's two factors to that. When you're using full metal jacket, you're getting even damage. People still don't understand that flesh rounds will damage a huge amount to unarmored regions of your body. Armor piercing rounds will do excessive, like almost 20% more for flesh, 20% more or even better for armored piercing. But if armored piercing hit flesh, it does less than full metal jacket.
Yeah, see, I don't think a lot of people understand.
Exactly. And if you use flesh rounds and they even have just tier 1 armor, you're doing less than a full metal jacket against armor. So it's not a linear acceleration of, oh, you have these other rounds available, it's better. It's like a penalty thing. You got to think more like playing
situational
or AD&D. Like if it's something against something, then it's like fire versus water versus fire versus wood, that type of thing. They're not just saying this is the best round you can get. You just cap out this. That's the same thing with every weapon, every type of piece of equipment, those things. Some people want to unlock every type of, module for the forward hold, like the post or the hand hold to make it more stabilized. If you read in the descriptions, because we don't have all the stats in there, if you read in descriptions, the next one up is not necessarily better. It could just be different. So I skip progression all the time. Some people just go buy the next one.
No,
I don't do that with everything. Yeah, I skip backpacks. There's a middle backpack there that has like 3 pouches that are like 2x2, and I'm like, this thing's stupid. It doesn't, like, if I just wait a little bit and you get the next one, it's a full open pack, and then the one after that's got like 2-3 posts, and then you got a 24 by in the middle. I'm like, this one in the middle, I'm not just gonna buy it and unlock it just because it's there. Maybe after I have all the money in the world and I don't need anything else. People need to be more selective in their spending of unlocks, because people buy an unlock and they just assume it's going to be better than the previous unlock. That is not necessarily the case. Many cases, it's just different. So they just assume.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to judge anything just based off of the weekend, just because I there's a lot of stuff that's wasn't available, and I want them to be like, this is the launch, what's your feedback? Then I'll give more feedback. But
well, you need to it's okay to judge stuff off that, because it gives them feedback about things they may or may not need to tweak. The main thing that people saw from playing across the 3 days that I don't think they fully keyed into was the fact people got better at the game. More people joined the game that are better FPS. And so by then people went from, oh my God, this is amazing, to like, oh, you got to nerf AA or you got to nerf this. I'm like, people are just getting better because they're getting adapted. It's like every other game. So, I mean, I give my opinion on things in there, but I do it. My posts on the thing is so mundane compared to everybody else. Is like, you need to destroy and nerf this, that. Mine is like, I would like it where you could globally mute somebody and it lasts match to match. Mine are so boring of a post. It's like little quality of life stuff. Because I'm like, if this guy's dropping hard N-words in one match, guess what? I don't want to listen to him in the next match and have to remute the guy. I think that's a simple ask. I don't think that's bad.
No.
And I try not to. People also, they got to understand when they make their opinions, they don't need to reference like, I am this and I know this. Like, I don't go, as a content creator, I don't care. I'm like, maybe I just don't want to hear people drop hard ends. It doesn't matter if I'm a streamer or, Joe Schmo on the street or whatever. Those things are quality of life things that are just there. And so my posts don't get upvoted or downvoted. They're just usually fall down. But somebody will say something really edgy, like the C-Wiz needs buffed or nerfed. And then you have like 100 people like thumbs upping or down the post. So it gets seen more than mine. But, like there's some easy QA stuff that you can do to kind of eliminate certain things. And they'll get on it.
Oh yeah. No, they were. It was over And I'm literally, I've seen so many people be like, can we just sleep until September 10th?
Well, like I was saying earlier, Joe's already kind of leaked that there's going to be a big announcement on the 3rd. And I'm like, and people are already thinking Shadow Drop. And I'm like, I don't know about Shadow Drop, but they might open it up for a beta because we're still testing in closed, sealed doors right now. So even though they ended that, you know, people are like, oh, I just wish they'd keep it going. I'm like, they're still doing backing testing with all the testers, even today. So there's things happening there. It's just not the wider closed for everybody.
Yeah, I don't have any real speculation about what they're gonna.
Yeah, we'll find out. I mean, he might just want people to watch the show because I mean, the last time we have a big announcement, and the big announcement was the FPS game show, and I'm like, well, that's cool, but I mean, it is cool, but it was kind of like I was hoping for a bigger announcement that, as me as a player, was gonna get we're super excited about than that. But
The I'm sure as you can, a little bit leery of joining and then actually talking for the first time.
Oh yeah,
don't always have great luck with that kind of stuff. But
mm-hmm.
No, it was everybody that I was always like, you know, kind of like teamed up with and stuff like that. Everybody was super nice. And
yeah, people are as a whole, even though we heard some colorful gamer words, there people as a whole, especially from the beta groups and stuff like that, are pretty nice about most things. Now, if you come with some bravado, you know, and stuff at them, it's gonna be the same. You're gonna get what you feed out. You know what I mean? Same type of energy. But overall, most people are like pretty like, hey, yeah, we just want people to get into this and figure it out and do the thing. It's gonna be fun. So I'm seriously thinking about putting up 1 or 2 community servers of this.
Well, I talked to Myth about that last night, and both agreed on that.
Yeah.
That like if you or Botus or anybody put up like community server, we would probably go play on there just because it's a little bit more controlled, and it would be, you know,
we want to filter them. Yeah,
like,
we want to filter.
There you go,
elements,
filter.
But we also want to make a platform where I know I want to make it creator safe. I'll put it that way. The best.
Yeah, I mean that covers a lot of
what we can do. You know, I mean, I'm not going to close it off completely. Maybe we'll have one for closed things. Maybe have another one. But the thing also too, it's probably going to be very expensive to get one of these too, because usually these games, when they're hot like this, you're talking for 100-person server, it's going to be $100 or more a month for a lot of these. Yeah, it's not cheap to do. It just depends what they have for server deals and all that stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah, just even though I'm not a content creator, I just appreciate that kind of, you know, control over, you know, the people playing.
Yeah, I mean, I think because I'd like to see where we could have even not only for our communities, but for the wider thing, and to be a network of stuff where you could go to these servers, you know, and do these things. So if we had like one for, you know, barbarians, which would be Boda's community, or the pack, my community, and all that stuff, and it's like just have a network of servers to be able to do stuff like that. That'd be great. And it'd be nice to be able once in a while with the hype of it. A lot of creators are going to want to play it initially anyway. You'll do some sort of war thing, you know. You imagine it's like have the greens of Burke versus the blues of Mitachi, and then, you know, and you have all these different mixed groups of people and stuff like that. It'd be fun.
It would be.
Yeah, I think it'd be great. And since a lot of people are crossover with all the groups, it wouldn't matter which side people got on. They just have a good time.
That is one thing that I consider quality of life, by the way. So I may be alone in that, but I do think that in some way, shape, or form, the ability, and it might have just been in beta, which is fine. But the ability to switch teams multiple times in a single match.
Yeah, I
not a fan.
I'm not a fan either. But here's the one thing I wonder about that. Until we get into the community servers and private servers of it, I don't know what the server moderation things are going to be like. Where are the settings? They might make it to where you can't switch teams. You know, once a match starts, you have to wait between there. I'd prefer that in many cases.
Or make it to where if you switch, you can only switch once. That way you can't switch, try to inside and then switch back. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think you'd have that problem as much in a community one because we could see that in the logs. You know what I mean?
A community one.
But official, yeah, I 100% know because there was 2 or 3 FOBs I put up where people built stairs on the outside of the wall. And I was just like, that's some dirty pool there. You know, I was like, come on.
Unenjoyable. Yes, it was.
Yeah. We still repelled it, still dealt with it, but it's like, man, just use the mechanics of it. Hey, Wolf, what's going on?
Why?
Yeah. So that's just one of those things. It also encourages me on my fob design to want to push to the very outer perimeter for the final wall, right? Because if I push all the way to that line, you can't build anything outside that line. Because the problem on the other side of that is nothing squares up to the wall. It's like the wall, it is a square, but depending on how I position the fob, it could be at any angle, right? And that doesn't mean my line locks to anything on the edge of the fob. So you can't really get out there with a protractor and square it out or anything. You know, it's like you can try, but you have to adapt to the terrain. And I don't want to take that away. I like that because that's what creates flaws. There is no way to make it perfect, but you can have some fun trying to do that. And then the struggle of trying to do that is also equally as fun as being a salter of a fob and being like, I'm going to find a way in. Let's see where they screwed up. Let's see what we can do about this, you know, and things like that. So,
and if people would just learn to shut the doors, that would help too.
That would help too. I did like how when we did the soccer field, though, the minute people are like, oh, there's a tank. Now we're all screwed. I'm like, put down tank blocks.
Yeah.
There's tank blocks. I'm like, yeah, you put down the barricades, dude. Like they're they're like 3 hammer taps to put down and you do it. And it's like, yeah, I'll block your own stuff out. But that's situational, you know, then you're going to have only air supply drops and the enemy and friendly copters just flying over, trying to get supplies in while we're under fire and siege, while we're repelling people, while we're blowing stuff up was so much fun. It was so cool. I was just like, that's awesome.
Good. Thanks, Seven, by the way. Yeah, absolutely crushing soul.
Yep.
But yeah, it was there's a lot of, again, community server having that extra filter in place is appealing enough. Plus, you know, just having that control, like if someone's, you know, not there to play the game and have fun, and they're just disrupting things or causing issues.
Yeah,
there's an element of control you have over that.
Oh, I'm sure they're there to have fun. Just their definition of fun and my definition of fun might be really different in that case. You know, it's like that's a lot different. It was we've had that happen very trolley stuff. It's like an inside joke in some of the closed testing things to where about spies on stuff, you know, and all that. I mean, and people in there. It's so funny. I've talked to people there at length while we're in game testing, and they're like, man, this game's just going to go to shit when we get all the streamers in here. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's going to suck. God, yeah. F those streamer guys. I can't believe they just give up all the intel. I'm like, they're just like, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it's good on them for trying to do their content. But sometimes, man, we just got to keep stuff in house with guys like us. Right. I'm like, yeah, guys like us. That's right. This people, by the way, you know, that's the way it goes.
So when I was on,
your mic's cutting out a little bit. I know it's for your, because you have it attenuated for your speakers probably, but
yeah, I do. So
I
I
know.
just gotta make sure I adjust myself a little bit so
Yeah.
that it doesn't.
Yeah.
But I was building a fob, and there was a guy. He came up to me on my same team. We'd been working together, building and stuff. And he comes up to me, he no idea who this guy was. We random, and he's like, "Hey, can you kill me?"
Oh yeah, I had that too.
And I was like, "What?" And he is like, "Can you just kill me? I need to go back and get a big truck with."
Yeah.
And this is just fast, easiest way. I'm like, okay, but like, are you sure? And he goes, yeah, you can take whatever out of my. I'm like, mind you, this is like the first time I've loaded the game.
Yeah.
Okay, like, I'm like, I feel uncomfortable with. So I shot him. Well, then another guy from our same team comes around the corner and he shoots me. He didn't kill me, but he shot me. He goes, I saw you kill that guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, did you hear the conversation?
It's like he asked for it.
Like, he asked me to kill him. He was going to get building supplies. Like, he's coming back. So, guys, like, okay, well, it just seems really suspicious, but I'm going to keep an eye on you. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go around killing everybody. Shit. So then a little while later, like, I'm all flustered at this point. I'm like, well, that was embarrassing. I'm trying to help somebody.
And then you get the penalty too, right? Yeah. So
yeah, it's like, it's kind of expensive to kill your own teammate.
It is, especially in the beginning. And this is why I have a love-hate relationship with the razor wire, because people in the beginning, it's one of the few things they can build even with the smaller hammer all over the place. And I'm just like, dude, you don't even know how bad that's going to be. And then people run into it and then they just die. And then you get team kills for razor wire you put down. So if your own team did, it's like, I've lost 10K in a match from razor wire because people insisted I put it down in a certain area. And I'm just like, we just need to tear it down. No, just razor wire the shit out of it. I'm like, I don't have enough money in this world to like protect from the stupidity of people running in there. Oh, that won't happen. Like while we're talking, somebody runs in the razor wire and dies beside us. I'm just like, and then no shit. I go into the testing. I don't even rant about it at all. And then it's like, there's razor wire inside. I put a little bit in a gap inside the fob there, and then DeMoral steps into it and he dies. And I get a penalty thing for team kill. And I'm like, did you just run into my fucking razor wire? It's like, and he's like over there and he goes, no. And I run into the fob and he's dead laying on the ground. I'm like, it's like laying there.
Oh, the guy makes it back with the supplies. And I'm like, thank God. I told him, I said, everybody was watching me thinking I was like team killing everybody. And so a little while later, I don't know if it was the same match or if it was a different. I think it was, but fast forward, and he's like, I'm building alongside somebody else putting down things, just smacking him with a hammer. And this guy comes up to me, he goes, Nixie. I'm like, shit. And he goes, I need you to do the thing again. I'm like, no.
Nope.
You're going to spell out what you need me to do out loud for everybody.
Yeah.
Because I almost died.
Right. No, I figured out a way to help people out with that problem. What you do is carry a hand grenade on you and you give them the hand grenade and say, just go out there and take care of yourself, buddy. Because that's the only way. That's the only solution I've found so far for you to do that. Yeah. So that does not involve you getting penalized for their stupidity. Because
he got down, he crouched down and he groveled. Like, please shoot me in the face. I need to go get building supplies.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, everybody heard that. So I did it. Well, then of course, my own husband thinks this is he knew what was going on.
Right.
Hear me. Just he knew what was going on. He knew what my previous experience was not but 30 minutes prior. And that mother trucker comes running over to me from the opposite side of the lobby. He's like, oh my God, did everybody see what Nixie just did? I could have smacked him with a stapler. I was so mad. I was like, do not put me on blast like that. So yeah, I think I'll use the grenade tactic. Here you go.
Yep. But you know, that's the only time I can see it happening though at some point where we give somebody a weapon and then we still get penalized for it. Because you know, when you get off a chopper, the pilots get extra points if that squad does well. So if the squad like gets down, you get the you delivered them points and money. Then Duke, it's okay. I know the mailman came. He could hear the mailbox, even though he can't see it visually because it's on the house. He can hear the little squeak of the metal going. And he's like, he goes, I gotta kill that guy. I'm like, it's the mailman delivering our mail. Stop. You're fine. But anyway, so when you get off the chopper, if they last like I think it's 10 or 15 seconds, then you get another big bonus of money as a chopper pilot because they survived. So that way you don't just get like, hey, you dropped them into a hot zone, they all got murked because you didn't give a shit what happened to your crew, and then that's it. Now, if this is where it gets weird, if they get off the chopper and then one of them throws a grenade and team kills the whole squad, you get penalized as the pilot for your people team killing each other when they get off the chopper afterwards. You get lose money and everything. And I was like,
oh my,
that's something different, I guess. You know, so you hope you have confident people that don't just die and murder each other accidentally or on purpose when they get off your chopper. So that's kind of funny.
You got to, obviously you played a heck of a lot more than me with the closed, you know, the alpha and all
almost 200 hours I have in this already. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, So I'm curious. The guy, Night Rain, about a colorblind mode. Well, because he would mark people
settings,
and then
though
couldn't see the marks on
them. Yeah, settings is what he wants, not mode. Corrected it.
Is that so? I didn't think about it being colorblind mode or anything like that. But is there? So when I was doing recon and I would mark, like I saw, you know, bodies, you know, crouched up on the tree line. And I would mark them. Like obviously I would make my initial, you know, tag money off of it. But then like Methunsum said he couldn't see my mark.
Now, how are you marking them? Are you marking them by middle mouse ping or by scope?
Just by using the binoculars.
Okay. So there's two types of marks, right? There's actually spotting and then there's actually pinging, right? Pinging is what we traditionally do. Like in most FPSs where you just hit your middle mouse and you're pinging the guy. Yeah. It'll be gray unless you hit them perfectly. If you hit them perfectly, it goes red to identify enemy object, player, whatever, blah, blah, blah. With the scope, it identifies in the map. So that's why you always have to have that mini map look with your eyes, because you'll see those dots of the different colored people walking around and that tag stays with them a long time. So if you scope somebody, he might not be able to see it in front of him, but if he looks down positionally on his lower left for the mini map radar, it'll show that thing you've marked with the binoculars moving around. It just won't give an exact pip because they don't want to make it so accurate. It's like X-ray vision. Like I just take my binoculars, see everybody, and then everything's in front of me because you just instantly would kill them. You have an idea where they are. You could grenade them, you know, you can shoot in a bush or whatever, but you aren't going to have perfect thing. And I think it's just the right amount of flavor to it. Because if I pip them, it'll ping them, but it'll show a red mark right where they are in that exact second. Now, if they're moving, that ping stays right where you spotted them at, and he still keeps running. Yeah. So
it's stationary.
Yes. So that way it's not like we don't want X-ray vision, right? Like,
yeah, no, it's not fun for anybody.
well, it might be fun for a sniper somewhere. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got spotted when I was doing recon in one of the matches yesterday, and I was like, I ran for like 10 minutes to get away from the guys hunting me because they could see on the mini map my thing like there until I could get the cooldown so it wouldn't be. So I'd see him arrive at every bush I was at. Like it was like while I was running, because I'd duck and weave, and you can see these 3 guys like trying to hunt me down because I had killed like 2 or 3 of them on their fob, and they sent out patrol, and they're like, I was like, okay, I've got to evac this thing.
But so there is a couple things I would like to see, like the compass. I had a hard time with the compass because it was white on like generally the white sky.
Yeah, you
or
have
very
settings. Yeah.
Can you? There's no setting for that.
I don't believe so. No, I haven't looked at it. I don't believe there is, though.
Okay. And then I think that kind of falls in line with night about marking, because it gives them like that green mark or whatever.
Well,
and then
as everybody knows, like the worst color combination of trying to identify colors, not only going to be for those marks, it's going to be red, green, and blue. I mean, red and green colors look identical almost when you have, depending on the type of color blindness you have. There's several people we play with that had that problem. It was like, yeah, it's great when we're, green and then red people run up, or vice versa. It's like, because they're like, is he friendly? It's like, you don't know. So that was more the, yeah. So I get that.
But yeah, that compass was hard for me sometimes. Like, please hold. Let me move a little bit so I can kind of see that it's so transparent. I can see it.
Yeah, I love when I do recon like that, when I was at the church during one of the matches, and the enemy was laying right beside me having a conversation and local talk, just because they're like, oh man, I hope I don't die, and blah blah blah. They're just like talking to each other there, and they don't see me, and I'm just in a bush. I'm not wearing a ghillie suit or anything. I'm like, I can't wait till I can get a ghillie suit and try to wear that. I'm just like, I'll be vanished,
Yeah, pretty much, because it protects you from thermal, and there's no kill cams on it.
Yeah, but you have no armor at all. So if people just start spraying bushes because they think you're out there, you might just get, tapped and dead anyway.
I mean, I just get tapped and dead as it is, so I don't even go with armor. It's so expensive.
Yeah,
it is. I just don't hold on to it long enough to make it worthwhile.
I unlocked tier 3 armor for the first time during the testing and over this weekend, and man, that's first off heavy, but it's also 4K to just put your chest plate and helmet on, and I'm like, yeah, it's expensive, but boy, I'll tell you what, when they're spraying bullets, I was like, I wasn't a tank, but you still got to move around. But man, I could take some shots that would normally just drop me, and I have a little bit of health left, because it's not like you have to break armor then kill the guy, right? It just slows down, so you do take less damage when you have all that armor on. But I don't know, when people start getting armor piercing rounds, I question how much is it going to be worth doing that or not. So I don't know. Does tier 3 armor like basically negate it enough to make the armor piercing just like a regular full metal jacket, or where's the trade-off going to be at? I don't know yet, because I don't even know what tier 4 does. Like tier 4 looks insane. That looks like your bulletproof tank walking around to me.
That's
because you get the PUBG helmet, like the full face mask and everything. I'm like, like that's crazy.
I watched you guys a lot. I learned a lot just from watching your guys' stream.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't see, did you guys ever get to use drones?
I don't usually use drones because they're expensive, and I am not good with them. They are very fast. They come out of tube. They go way up high like an artillery piece would, but you have a timer. It slowly reduces. I say slowly, but it reduces at a pretty good clip. I have not played enough with them to where I feel like I could be decent at it. It's like it's one of those things I'll have to practice with more. They're great against armor, but at like 900 plus a shot on them, if you're not killing tanks or cars or hard targets, I mean, you're not really going to be making money, right? You might as well just put a bullet in a dude and get paid anywhere from 1,500 to 2K, because like that drone costs more than blowing the thing up.
I saw them used to take out mortar a lot.
Yep. People that are good with them can. I don't want them to be real easy to control though, because then everybody just use those. Because you just have to bring mechanical parts to a fob and then start bringing that in. And there, you can shoot them down fairly if you could see them. My eye doesn't track well enough anymore to I'd see them, because I was like, I hear them, but I have no. I was like, where are they at? It's like maybe buckshot shotgun, but I've seen people blow them up in the air in testing, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody blow them up in actual just regular gameplay from the closed at all. But I didn't see a lot of them being used.
I think I only ran into them on a couple matches.
Yeah. Well, people want to try them, and they're awesome against things like tanks and whatnot. Like the people that I've seen use them, that know how to use them in the closed testing and stuff like that, they're you don't see people roll tons and tons and tons of tanks the whole match, because it can get expensive when they start getting late game with the drones. They'll put them out there, but we started to see uncontested tanks rolling out in the weekend testing here, and it was just like, I didn't see any tank v tank battles. There's always like one side or the other had one or two tanks, and then that one match there was 3 tanks on our side, and I was like, this feels a little bit one-sided here. So everybody started using RPGs then, but
we were in a match. There was one of the factions, not mine, but one of the other 2 factions. They had 5 tanks rolling around, and I'm just like, well, this pretty much changes the whole trajectory of this match.
Yeah, in closed testing, it is not uncommon for people to unlock the artillery, and they'll spawn 3 artillery trucks in the beginning of the match. And I'm like, 3 artillery trucks and a tank is insane. So that's why we were going around in the previous test, when not this weekend test, but the previous one where Botus and Cowboy were, we'd go around and blow up those arty trucks, because usually a guy solo, right, who's in the arty truck, they don't have a gunner there, because what a boring job to be out off the map in no man's land, and you're sitting there as the gunner of somebody shooting artillery. It's like, all right, just watch us. Okay, I'll sit here and watch our back and do nothing. I mean, I'm sure you get the assist for it, but I don't know if that role would be that entertaining. I guess you just get paid based on his artillery, which isn't that much, to be honest. You don't get nearly as much as you think you would doing artillery.
Oh, I'm sure.
You get like pennies for hitting structures and stuff, kind of like mortars. But mortars, I almost like better. They're more dangerous, obviously, because everybody targets them, and they're, you have mortar v mortar fire. But you can rapid fire the 3-shot on the mortar. I can sight them in even without a gauge of distance, because everybody's yelling for, can somebody give me a good ping or give me this, that? I mean, I can look at the map, and if I see targets that are in range, I could just start walking it in on them from just being in the fob anyway, and use mortars that way. So I actually started to really like them over the weekend when I was trying it out. So I was like, oh, this isn't so bad. But it gets nasty quick when mortars.
Yeah, once those come into play, it really keeps things busy.
I think in one of those last matches where the fobs were actually getting destroyed by mortar fire like that, that's more what the closed testing has been like always. It's like, that's just boom, 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 boom. And if you don't send a squad against that fob or doing something proactive against it, they'll just paint you all day with mortar fire. So you can't just huddle in the fob. You have to be working with your overall team. Even if people don't want to sit in the fob, that's fine. You need those assault groups to hopefully hit the places that are actually just sitting on mortars, because they're easy targets, for an assault team. They're just sitting there. They're looking down a tube. They're not situationally aware. A couple bullets and that guy's dead, and, a hand grenade or two, and you blew up his mortar position too. So it's a good way to make money.
I picked up our mortar guy half a dozen times.
Yep.
As they're working on building. I mean, we went to try to take a tower, and it was like a whole, like two choppers full of us got dropped. There was a good group of people, and we got pinned down. I wish I I'm sure you know most of the towers and stuff, but
Mhm.
there's one that had like this almost like a barn. It's like a white metal
Oh yeah, it's like a
shed.
It goes off the main road through a little woods, and it's got like a white shed right outside the perimeter of the fob.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we were trying to get to the tower, but we got pinned down in there. So it was such a good run. There were so many of us builders, and we barricaded that up as operational post, and then it actually wound up becoming our fob. We weren't even at the tower.
If I see a lot of logistics trucks when I'm in closed testing and stuff, we'll actually take a team. They'll be pumping in like, oil and everything else, getting ready to pull the circle. We just go capture their fob and pull the circle there. So we don't need all the logistics coming to our fob. We just take theirs away from them, and now their fob is our fob. So, but that's when the RD trucks come into play and stuff, because you can spawn them, drive just outside your spawn, right? And then you can start hammering the fob to retake it. So you're hammering that, and the guys will pull 3 artillery trucks, sequence them together, say, okay, get ready, fire team 1 or whatever, okay, get ready, guys. And they'll be choppering in guys and like, all right, start laying it down. And they just start laying down fire on that base. Boom, 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 blowing up every asset that you just took from the enemy and half your crew if they're not indoors. And then they all come in and rush you and try to kill you. So the bases flip a lot when people know what they're doing, which is fun, I think, because it's like you could build them up wherever you want. But the one thing you don't always have to rebuild is I don't have to rebuild all the walls, because the walls take so much damage to really destroy them. Gates are easy points to blow up and enter. Bad designs where people can climb over them. But depending on how you position your fob, I try to always move it against the main towers or a structure that's non-destructible, so at least one side of it's protected, so then I can focus on just protecting them from the other sides. But people like to C4 stuff and blow up fobs a lot, and they'll just bring in their fob in and slay it back down.
Yeah, it was fun. Like I said, our mortar guy, so he was really out, and kept getting, like, I'd be out building and he's firing that off, and then all of a sudden we were taking fire. He got hit like just over and over and over. I'd get out there, revive him, and go back to the spot, go down. And so it was
My secret trick for mortars: once they have you sighted in and you're on a mortar, like if another mortar starts hitting you, just move. Just build another mortar. They're one of the easiest structures to build. Mortars players are lazy. They don't want to move their tube to like search and find other people. If they're hitting something, they're getting paid, they're going to stay out till it pops. So just build another mortar a few feet away inside the fob, point back at them, and kill their mortar guy while he's trying to finish off whatever he's destroyed in your base, and do that. It works whenever there's just a little mortar fire. Whenever you're getting raining hell on you, you're kind of screwed. There's not a lot you can do about it.
We were getting, they destroyed the metal barn shed thing. Like that was just desecrated. Like,
just a skeleton in the end. That's
it was pretty rough.
Another thing I like to do is I like to build the Talon missile launcher, for the AA. I like to build it between floors of the tower, because it's really hard to get a mortar in there. You almost have to fire an artillery truck or have a team come in and take it out. Because you're protecting your overhead, but it fires, it's elevated and it's between those, and there you go. You can't fit the Sea-Wiz in there very easily because it's just not the right height. And you can still get sniped off both those objects. There's ways to kind of insulate yourself. But man, it makes it very effective and long lasting in a tower to build them between floors. That the air conditioning floor, above the command module, but not all the way up on top. That's a great place to put those Talons at, so you can just shoot straight out and hit stuff. So there's all kinds of tricks.
Clearly. What is are you like? I don't understand. I wasn't able to understand the pin code on the tower.
Each tower you capture gives you one number, and the overall code for each map is based on how many towers there are. And then if you capture each tower even for a moment, you'll get a number digit of that code. When you have the complete code from your team's attacking towers or whatever, you can type it into any tower you want, and then it'll activate the tower drill, which will pull the hot zone to you that way instead of having to use the oil and all that stuff.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's what that really does.
Clear on.
That's why even if they didn't really want to take your tower, if people think they can and then get a digit to the code, especially in the smaller maps that only have like 3 towers, you only have to siege those 3 towers enough to cap them, and then you get a one number of the code.
Okay.
Yep. So if there's only 3 towers in the map, and the smaller maps, or even 2 towers on some maps, you only have to capture those 2 towers. And it's a 2-digit code. Then if there's 5 towers, it's 5 digits, but it only counts the towers inside the actual CZ area.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure how those actually work.
Mm-hmm. That's how it works.
And then there was something I read. So I was never on a team where it was really applicable, but I was reading through some of the forum posts.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said there needs to be a limit on the number of buildable drills that a team can have, because he apparently played on a match where there was somebody who had like 5 buildable drills at a tower, and it just kept pulling the HC.
We had 5, almost 6 up at the football field.
Okay.
Because the cooldown isn't based on the area of the fob, it's based on the individual drill. So if you have 5 up, you could literally rotate the drills for the hot zone, as long as you're getting enough fuel, you know.
And those, do they have a purpose, or
those just pull the hot zone?
Pull the hot zone. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge, because think about it. You have your people there. You're controlling the hot zone. That's why there's been an argument in the weekend test with people that were like, dude, sit in the fob, stupid. I don't even know why you need him. I'll just go after the hot zone the whole time, win. And you can do that if you have a strong enough squad that can stay in that ball. And, you know, I call it the orange bubble, as I have a song I made after it called Orange Bubble. But I call it the orange bubble. And if you stay in that, right, and you can control that the whole time, which is near impossible to do if you have anybody even contesting you. But if you can stay in there the whole time, you're going to win, because the hot zone not only double pays you, it counts each person as 2 people towards the ticket. So, you know, how are you going to beat 60 people inside there if they always have 60 points? Here's the problem with that strategy. 2 things can happen. Either another squad can take that over, you know, or I can RD the living shit out of it and kill your entire team for a whole bunch of fucking money, because you're just staying in the hot zone the whole time that's moving. But with the fobs, we can control where the hot zone goes. So, because we pull them, right? It's a push-pull. You'll see one. And you'll have people waiting on a button to hit it, but you need so much fuel to even do it. You have to have 3K fuel to even hit the button on a drill to pull it to you, if you're doing it that way. If you have 6K, you get the full duration. 6K is the maximum of maintaining it there for the full, I think, 6 minutes. I think it's a minute per 1,000. I'm not sure that it'll sit on that. And then it starts to drift away. But if you have like another one there, it has to go away. And then after that cooldown, you can hit the button again and just pull it right back to you. And then, you know, it's like people can just keep the hot zone on their fob. And if they can hold out long enough, even if you're getting just totally RD'd and everything else, if you got bodies there and you're in the hot zone and you're able to maintain it, you're going to win.
Okay. No, that makes that clarifies.
Yep.
There were some things I had questions about, but you know how it goes. You can't really.
Oh, yeah.
There's not time to sit there and explain things.
Yeah, it's no problem though. I mean, we do also in my Discord for anybody who's interested. We have a Wardogs section because I added a roles group up top. So we have like discussion areas and stuff like that, Wardogs chat. So if anybody watching thinks of anything they want to ask, and you know we're not actively talking about it, you can chat up about Wardogs in that group in there too. So I have the announcements when I find out something's going on. We have the show me channel where it's just for people to link in media and stuff. We got the chat, and then we have 3 voice comms. We'll probably add channels if we need to for certain things, you know, as it comes up. Is just a little beginning of that I put up there before the weekend. So that way people could join up and do stuff in there. So
I would like hope that there's a way on.
Nope. So I get for clicking stuff. You said you would like what? I jumped at you. I did my usual Mitachi, click a voice channel, and I'm gone.
I was like, wait, did I get disconnected?
No.
Or I was trying to
It's all me.
type a message. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what I was saying.
Sorry, I broke your train of thought.
Yes. Oh, on launch, or is there? So you're gonna run some like comms and stuff like that out of your Discord, or
Yeah.
are you guys always gonna like?
I always end up in Bonuses because that's where all the creators know and they go there all the time and all that stuff. Like
Right.
I'll hang out in my voice comms a lot of the times anyway, but Bonus and everybody's there and that's where they go because they're all used to it because a lot of people play Eco with us and all that stuff for the Dim World stuff and all that. So his community is way more active in his Discord than mine is, but we just drift that way.
Okay.
But
I don't know if I have Bonus.
You probably don't, and he usually has like a streamer channels and like everything else, like what we do over here. But yeah, that's where I know that like Tangent and Cletus and everybody else, they go over to his quite a bit. But I'm gonna try to run more ops and stuff like that in groups and stuff over in mine when we can. It's just most of the creators want to go over there, and since I have more creators I play with than regular people these days, it seems like. That's why we're over there. Plus, the in-game comms are pretty efficient for things.
They are.
And it drives creators crazy when I double talk. And I do double talk because half the time I'll have to use my hotkeys. So I mute Discord and unmute Discord, and they'll say something there and be like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, choose a channel. God damn it. Which one do you want to be in? Like, because I need to talk to people in game too. Right, so I'm trying to squad talk on my thumb, and then I'm trying to hit T to talk local in Wardogs, and then they want me to talk in Discord too. I'm like, I'm sorry if I double talk sometimes. It just happens. You're gonna hear me twice. It's twice as nice.
I do wish so. I almost wish there was one more option for VC.
I do and I don't, because as
For
much as I like having a command channel in Hell Let Loose, it is ear cancer to listen to a commander talk over squad because he can't hear your individual squad. And so whoever's a squad lead in Hell Let Loose has to double hear. And it's the same thing it was in Arma and everything else. Anything else I played that usually have a command chat.
I don't necessarily feel like a command chat. Like you have your squad chat, and then you have your proximity chat.
Right.
It would be nice if there was just like faction chat.
How would you do that though?
Like, I do.
Because you're already listening to 2 things.
Yeah.
This would be a third button. You can listen to 3 things at once. There's like TeamSpeak and all that stuff does it. And I've done it before in EVE Online where we've had 3 sections. You had a command, a fleet, and then we had a squadron stuff for the spaceship stuff. And if you're the guy who has to listen to all 3, your life fucking sucks. Because you're communicating between 3 tiers, and half the time you miscue a button somewhere else and do that. Like Bodus even had that happen with just the 2. There was a guy in his chopper being a dick, and they commented in squad about how the guy was being a dick, and he accidentally queued local and was talking about the guy who was being a dick to the guy who was being a dick. So it's like, oh, wow. You know, sorry. Yeah. It's just, it's a lot. We always want more communication until we have it. And then it's like, okay, too much.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, you can't like, I guess for me, it's just, I was in a area, we were at a fob.
Yep.
I was there with the rest of my faction and stuff, but I was in a smaller, like I was in a smaller squad.
Yep.
And so the only way to communicate with everybody around the fob was to use proximity chat, which then whatever the range is on proximity chat.
Oh yeah, enemies can hear you all day.
Everybody can hear you.
Yep.
So I wasn't a fan. I guess I'd almost just replace proximity chat.
Yep.
To be honest. I just make it faction chat, you know, faction proximity or something. And then keep squad chat. That'd be, I guess that would be my suggestion.
What I tend to do is I actually use chat in game to talk to the overall faction. I'll just like type something.
Okay. Text.
So that way we don't have more ear noise up there. But it's like, because when you first hit it, it's team. If you tab it, you can do all or squad. I don't need to use squad because I get everybody on comms. So I just use the team for the overall faction stuff. And then I'll just say, hey, we need more over here at this fob to give specifics, you know, about what I need or anything like that in chat. And it doesn't always work because sometimes there's just people like they're having a fucking conversation in the team chat about raging about a sniper. So I'm like, great, good story, bro. How about bring more fuel over to tower 2?
Right.
You know, it's like, I know you're ranting by typing right now, but nobody gives a fuck. Move on. Let's get like actual information we need to know so we can play the game. But I get people like that in comms too sometimes. And sometimes they're not FPS players. They're just new. It's fine. But you get some people go, oh my God, I got shot. Yeah, I'm shot. That hurt. I'm not dead though. Don't worry, I'm not dead. I'm like, oh my God, get off this channel now. like it's great. If you want to tell me you're shot, say shot by sniper 274 west or some shit. Don't be like fucking tell me the story of how it hurt and affected your dinner plans or whatever the fuck else is going on.
Yeah. No, so we'll see what next week brings.
Yep. We shall see. We still have some I want to play the Star Wars game. Zero Company. That's coming out here at the end of the month, so I'm going to play some of that in the lieu of waiting. That comes out on the 27th.
In the lieu of waiting.
Yep. It's a single player game, just for it's like XCOM, except it's got Star Wars guys in it, so that should be fun to fiddle with for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll do for 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. Yep. Well, like I said, it might not be that long.
I know.
It might be only a week and a half. Who knows? See what they say. But he said it's not a shadow drop, so we know that at least. So I think people would be pissed if it was a pure shadow drop. It's like we're gonna launch this thing early by a week, or maybe like because there's people taking off work and stuff. They're like,
oh, I know.
They'll be like, oh no.
It would be nice though, because I know the weekend prior is Labor Day.
Yep.
And so I know a lot of people have generally longer weekends around that time. So it would be really nice for those folks.
I know. I think we're all manifesting though. We just want it now. That's the thing. We're just like, oh, come on, you know, it'd be okay. They'll get over it because they'll have it. It'll be fine. Just go ahead and drop it now.
My oldest son has been, since the plug got pulled last night, I'm pretty sure about once every hour He's up here. I need to play the. Mom, can they bring the game back? Mom, I'll play it with the bugs. I don't care.
Yeah.
I do think it's funny because when I watched when you were playing it, because you were playing the test server for Dim World.
Yep.
And then I was watching you do that, and then you went. It started playing Wardogs, but you were playing the NDA close. Couldn't share anything. So you went like radio silent for a while. But then when you came back for closed beta launched or was accessible, and you came back and you did that stream where you were talking about stuff, showing things. I was like, oh man, like for my oldest son, like this would be such a good game. I tried to tell him about it, and like I could not apparently
get the description across correctly.
Yeah. I like couldn't do it. Like, man,
it's a niche game, and I think that Joe Brammer, the CEO, he's described it best, because people think niche means small. It's not necessarily means it has a small community, but it's a different type of game where it's a mesh up and got aspects of both. It's not pure arcade. It's not pure milsim. You don't have to read a manual like in DCS in order to fly a chopper, but it's not as simple as like Battlefield, jump in a chopper, do the thing. So it's got this balance in between where it's just kind of got this mix. And I think a lot of people are either trying to push the game in one direction, or the milsim guys are like, it's not milsim enough. The arcade guys are like, I don't like having to, all this weight, and I can't run, and I have to fly to the hot zone, or go into the CV from base. It's too far. I've heard so many people tell me about, oh, it's too far. I'm like, that's the whole point of this game. The logistics are a key essential to this game. If you didn't have that travel time to get to the actual zone, you wouldn't care about dying, because you'd just be right back in it, right? You wouldn't care about, oh my God, I need to find a good way to travel there. You wouldn't care about, do I take a car because there's too much AA? Do I fly there because it's so much faster and take that risk? Those aspects are key essentials to the dynamic of this game, and people are so focused on their little role that they want to do and what they want to do in their little lizard brain that they don't care about that, or they just don't see the overall picture of that. And that's even people in the closed testing. And Joe's constantly said, we're not changing our vision of the game. This is what we wanted to do. This is what we want. We said we are FPS players that wanted to play a game that our casual friends who are like, that's a little too hardcore for me, can come in and play with us. And that's why they designed Wardogs. It is not meant for the hardcore milsim guy. It is not meant for the Call of Duty running gunner solo, I'm going to bounce off the walls guy. It is that middle niche in between. They still love those other games, but that's not what this game is.
Right.
And
I think is what makes it so special. So it touches so many different.
Right. I think a good description of this, they call it a boomer game. And I'm like, for those of us a little older that we can't, wrist flick off the wall and one tap guys without, using 18 hacks.
Okay, so that is my youngest son.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I used to be that guy 30 years ago.
Oh, hell no. But I've never been that person.
Right. But I'm just saying that's not me now. And so this
he was
is a game that hasn't
my youngest
forgotten about
son
us. So
was going on about that, what you were just saying, like like the crazy, like slide, jump off the wall, blah, 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 like crazy insanity.
That shit's fun.
And he's like, they need to add this. They need to add this. And I said, absolutely not.
Not to this.
I said, if you want that, go play your other games. This game that's not their vision.
That's also part of the reason they're doing the FPS game show. They approached Call of Duty, Battlefield, and all these things, and they're all grouping up for this game show on the 3rd at 1 p.m. to actually sit there and talk about like all the different games and stuff and all these things, to market all of them together as one big whole. because they don't look at those as direct competitors to them. They just look as accentuating the FPS universe for more things to play, more things to do,
more options.
And I know as gamers, we all want the one game to scratch the itch of everything. I want this game to just do it all. That's never going to happen. You know, we've been looking for that for 40 years, and it's not gonna start now. And anyway, there's always going to be somebody who does one aspect better, and that's the good part of evolution of programming development when it comes to gaming. There'll always be some new shit. Somebody's always going to do a little better. You can't have everything you want in one, as much as that makes our wallet happy. And it's just be like, oh yeah, I just have to play the one thing. That just doesn't happen. But this one definitely is a generalist shooter game that lets your friends who might not want to fire a bullet still feel effective and do stuff.
Yeah, they can still
really
play
cool.
with you. Like, and that was the best feeling.
Yep. I've been telling Grumbles that because he was immediately the first thing he said. He's like, yeah, I've heard about it. Looks interesting, but you know, I'm not that guy. I don't do that stuff. I'm like, yeah, but you know, there's logistics. You can just ride a truck the whole time and just bring stuff in. You can build it. Oh, really? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of aspects.
Yeah.
As more and more people find out there's more stuff they can do, they're just like, oh, maybe I'll check it out, you know? And for $40 in an $80 game world, I don't know. It's pretty good buy.
I mean, I think in all the matches I played, I think this just tells you where my focus was. I think I killed one person.
Yep.
Out of all the matches, I killed one person. I got paid for killing one person. And it was somebody trying to wedge themselves between the Hesco blocks to get into my fob. And I turned the corner, point blank, shotgun to the dome.
Yep.
And my son, my youngest son, who, like I said, he's that crazy, like, nutso bonkers player. And he's like, oh, mom, you gotta kill. I mean, yeah, but I wasn't really like out looking for it. I was peeking in my space.
Shotguns are brutal in this. I love it. It's like they're so good. I had a pump shotgun. If I had the upgrade with slugs, I was killing people pretty good distance away from me outside the fob when they're right by.
That's what my oldest was doing. That was his go-to weapon at the very beginning, pretty much. I think he just started using the LMG, but he was using the double barrel. And my oldest son and my youngest son, very, very, very different play style. Like, the youngest son is that of a teenager. My oldest son, who is just about an adult, he plays more along. I mean, can't say more along like the older group, the boomer group, if you will, but he's a lot closer. He's very methodical, very strategic. He will sit there and he will wait. My youngest son has ants in his pants and doesn't still.
Yep. Yeah, there's definitely different gameplay for different people in that. So
yeah, he loves the shotgun. That's what he's using. He was out being a combat medic, and he was good at it.
Yeah, it's good.
He likes it. So yeah, I'm ready. He's definitely. So anyway, I told him, and I couldn't get the point across. And then when the game popped up that you could play the closed beta, he checked it out, and he's like, "Mom, this game looks awesome." I'm like, "I know. I tried to tell you about it like a month ago." So Matachi's been playing it since before you could even talk about it.
Yep. It's been good stuff. Good stuff. Definitely excited for it. But I am going to go upstairs because my wife's at work. She got a job offer this week, so I'm super excited that hopefully that, well, she had an interview. She had a second interview last week, so we're hoping that it'll go through and she'll be doing basically what she did before, doing remote work and with pharmaceutical companies, stuff like that, for all their document management and all that good stuff. And then my daughter, I've been taking her to her job. And then my son just started his homeschool stuff for this year today. So yeah, it's been a full day. So hopefully that'll go through, and then we'll get back to more of a normal here where we're not as financially strapped. So hopefully. Hi, buddy.
That would be good. That's always good.
Yes.
Well, if you're going to go take off for now,
Mm-hmm.
you know, if you make it back this way, even if you not streaming, whatever, just let me know.
I will. I'll ping in stuff. Yeah, I'm going to go up and make sure I get the boy fed, or he doesn't burn down the house. He's 14 and usually makes some himself, but sometimes it's not. It's 14-year-old boy stuff, you know. It's like, oh,
I'm aware.
Could we not just eat a bag of chips for lunch? You know, like your mom. It's like, me as a guy, I don't really give a shit, but your mom will probably have words with me if that's all you eat. So let's make sure we don't do that, and we'll handle that. And I'm sure Duke wants to play.
All right. Well, yeah, just holler. My son would love to chat with you at some point. Just
sure.
You know.
Sure.
Some feedback and stuff. Just get your opinion on things. So
yep.
Yeah,
and
let me know whenever you make it back.
It'll probably be after 5 o'clock, because that's when I'll get done with. I pick Rachel up from work at 4, and that'll be the end of the closed testing for the day. And then I'll be back around, and I'll either be on Discord or I'll be back on stream later tonight. We'll see. I'll probably just be on Discord, but yeah, we'll see what's up.
Okay. Yep. Sounds good.
All right. Talk at you later.
All right.
Bye.
Later, man.
All right, chat. Like I said, I'm going to go up and make sure that the child is well nourished and he's handling his stuff. And if he's that well nourished, maybe he'll even nourish me. Who knows? We'll have him make me some food. That might be a dangerous idea, but we'll see what happens. And we'll do that. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to follow the channel if you haven't. We're going to talk Wardogs probably for the next few days. We are going to play some other games too, but we're going to be busy with a lot of this during this week. As you can see, we got so far in our editing. I miss and love talking to Nixie all the time. But yeah, and thank you and welcome to the pack, everybody who followed today. Don't forget, you can always join the Discord as well. All those links are available on the page. And we're going to be jamming, playing some Wardogs quite a bit here. So either way, I love your face. We're going to go over and see who there is to hostess with the mostest. I think Cowboy's still playing. Oh, we'll go over and dump you guys on some Cowboys. Playing Scrap Mechanic. He is in love with this game. That boy. So we'll go over and do that. There he is. Give him a raid. And then I will see the rest of you later on. Be kind to Cowboy. Give him a follow as well. He loves playing Wardogs. He'll be one of them, ride or die guys sitting with us the whole time and having a great time with that. So we'll see you guys later. Have a great afternoon. Bye.